KOUHAYO, everyone. KOUHAYO. Today is a momentous day, is it not? We will be reading perhaps the greatest literary work of our time. The greatest literary work. It was pretty low energy. Okay, hang on. It's an ASMR stream. It's an ASMR stream. I'm trying to fit the mood. But if you insist. 1 second. Hello everyone, I'm Prism Project Vendor. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for being here. I apologize in advance for the absolute monstrosity that you are about to witness. Okay? Sorry for your ears. Oh wait, is the BGM loud? Oh fuck, I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn it down. I'm so sorry. Let me try that again. Hi everyone, I'm Prism Project Vendor. So happy to be here. Thank you for being here. Is that better? You could hear me a lot better, right? I'm sorry. I forgot to turn the BGM down. I'm sorry. My bad. I killed your ears, didn't I? I'm sorry. I apologize. It won't happen again. It might happen again. It probably won't happen again. Hi. Wait. We gotta get back into the chill vibes. I am literally so chill right now. I took off my mic and I'm holding it like one of those like fuckboy podcasters right now because I realized I made a breakthrough earlier today. I was like, why does everything I record sound like shit? I just wasn't happy with any of the music that I was singing. All the recordings that I was doing, and then I realized I was just using the wrong microphone. So now I have my other microphone put on my arm thingy, my microphone holder. And now I'm just holding this one. I'm just holding it cause I know I'm gonna record after this, and I figured I might as well just keep things a little bit intimate. You wear your microphone on your arm? Well, no, I have something else on my arm. How am I supposed to show you without showing tummy? This is unfortunate. Okay, hang on. Yeah, see that? I got speakers, not a mic. I got speakers. Although they are related. They are related. So I wear speakers on my arms. I wear speakers. So I have a couple notes before we get into our very, very dramatic and very serious, by the way, reading of today's My Immortal stream. Your tummy is good? Yes, my tummy is fine. It was hurting like all day, and then it got better for a stream specifically. But I wanted to give a big shout out to Envy for the two supas during Tuesday's Hollow Knight stream. Thank you. I forgore to read them, but yes, I am very, very grateful. Thank you, Envy, for the supas. Okay, so if you don't know what My Immortal is, you're about to. I wouldn't recommend that you read along. I kind of just want to dramatically read it out for you, and just let the vibes roll. It's a great piece of literary work. If you are familiar with the content, I will not be reading the author's notes because they are incredibly difficult to read. I'm just gonna do my best. It's this is the fan fiction of all time. All right, so let's get into it. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Talk about a total I really am. I'm gonna take this very seriously. I'm not gonna break character. I'm not gonna, we're gonna do this the right way, okay? Hi, My name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way, and I have long, ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reach my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. "Hey, Ebony," shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. "What's up, Draco?" I asked. "Nothing," he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me, and I had to go away. I'm sorry. Taking it seriously. Okay. Chapter 2. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend, Willow, woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long, waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini fishnets and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. "OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday," she said excitedly. "Yeah, so?" I said, blushing. "Do you like Draco?" she asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. "No, I so fucking don't," I shouted. "Yeah, right," she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. "Hi," he said. "Hi," I replied flirtily. "Guess what?" he said. "What?" I asked. "Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade," he told me. "Oh my fucking god," I screamed. "I love GC. They're my favorite band besides MCR. "Well, do you want to go with me?" he asked. I gasped. What a cliffhanger. That's, Literary Art, Chapter 3. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then, I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. What? I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there, in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. "Hi, Draco," I said in a depressed voice. "Hi, Ebony," he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz, the license plate said 666, and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You come in cold, you're covered in blood, they're also happy you arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom, she sets you free in this life, sang Joel. I don't know how the song goes. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club up with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay, I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Does anyone here, actually know anything about Harry Potter? Because I don't. I mean, I watched the movies, but I'm not. Is Marilyn a vampire too? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Also, I've noticed that they spend more time talking about their outfits than they do actual substance, and I can't picture it in my head. I guess I don't have a vivid enough imagination, but I can't picture it in my head. It's awful. Anyway, chapter 4. Draco, I shouted, what the fuck do you think you are doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top, and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his... Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what. And we did it for the first time. Serious. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was... Dumbledore! For the record, I haven't... Oh, rest in peace. The guy who played Dumbledore in the later movies fucking died recently. May he rest in peace. I'm so sorry. Anyway, can't believe Dumbledore saw him putting his thingy in her, you know what? I haven't read this in years, just so you know. Just so you know. Okay, sorry. I wasn't supposed to break character. Sorry. Chapter 5. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry, tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle... Oh, what happened? What happened to my... Tracking? Doko? Is my phone okay? Oh no, I'm slideshowing. I'm slideshowing once again. Can I get some proper tracking in this house? I literally spent money on a fan and everything, and they're still gonna do me like this? They're still gonna do me like this? I don't even... Is the fan even working? I don't know. I don't know if the fan's working. Oh, this is tragic, isn't it? Okay, we're back. We're so back. Okay. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry.
They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest,
he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked,
Because I love her!
Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, Fine, very well, you may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us.
Are you okay, Ebony?
Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing I Just Wanna Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room. Chapter 6. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I'd put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray-painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard, I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. Kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Chapter 7. Oh, this one has a title. Bring Me to Life. If you didn't know, My Immortal is an Evanescence song, and so is Bring Me to Life. So this is very on theme. Very wake me up. Anyway, Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then, we started Frenching passively. Passively? And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed, while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, Vampire. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. "Vampire Potter, you motherfucker!" I yelled. Chapter 8. I'm not breaking character. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back.
"Ebony, it's not what you think,"
Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her brother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she's very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she is converted to Satanism, she's in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. "What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?" Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. "Vampire! I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco!" I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. Wait, hang on. Did we just change POVs? Wait, I'm super confused. Wait, I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid, preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. Did they randomly just change to Draco's point of view? I'm super confused. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virility to Draco. And then I started to bust into tears. Chapter 9. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort! Why did she give it away? Like, I didn't know. No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. What the fuck? Okay, Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled. Thou must kill Vampire Potter! I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him, and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort... Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a, dude, you're so stupid look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily. on his broomstick. I'm literally crying a little bit. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. "Draco," I said. "Hi." "Hi," he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. "What? Are you okay?" I asked. "No," he answered. "I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me," I expelled. "That's okay," he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Chapter 10. I was really scared about about Voldemort all day. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hargrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming and we wrote songs instead. I know Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a cross. Or a stake. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly bust into tears. "Ebony, are you okay?" Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. "What the fuck do you think?" I asked angrily, and then I said, "Well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco!" I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. "Why didn't you fucking tell me?" he shouted. "How could you fucking poser muggle bitch!" I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly, Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. "What have you done?" he started to cry wisely. "Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists." Rest in peace, brothers. Pour one out for Draco. May he rest in peace. Chapter 11. "No!" I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sandly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ew, you fucking pervs! Stop looking at me naked! Are you... I'm not gonna say that. Or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Mason on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in.
Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has—
No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand and suddenly Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." "What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student."
I may be a Hogwarts student.
Hagrid paused angrily. "But I am also a Satanist!" "This cannot be," Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. "There must be other factors." "You don't have any," I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. "The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there." I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. "Why are you doing this?" Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. Cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. "Because you're gothic?" Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. "Because I love her!" Wait, this is like the first time that they've met. This is like, wait, they didn't have any relationship building up to this. Hagrid, you don't know her. Hagrid, you don't know her. Get a grip. I was about to, wait, hang on. Chapter 12. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. "No!" I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream, "OMFG, no! My scar hurts!" And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. "Huh?" I stopped. "How did you know?" "I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt." "No!" I ran up closer. "I thought you didn't have a scar anymore," I shouted. "I do, but Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation," he said back. "Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me!" Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. "Voldemort has him bondage!" Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were, I can't say that word, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the Cydio camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed, holding a bouquet of pink roses. "NOB, I need to tell you something," he said in a very serious voice, giving me the roses. "Fuck off," I told him. "You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you," I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. "No, NOB, Hagrid says. Those are not roses." "What, are they goths to you, poser prep?" I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. "I saved your life," he yelled angrily. "No, you didn't," I replied. "You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton pee video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated to it," he added silently. "Whatever," I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. "Those aren't roses." He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, "Wait, what the fuck? Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say?" "Oh, it's a song lyric. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song," I corrected him wisely. "I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords." Then he screamed, "Petulus Marengo mi cremici romasio!" I don't know what that means. Okay. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air. And it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, now I believe you. WTF is Draco! Hairgrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. I see you, Inabi, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what is in the flames, you must find yourself first, okay? What? I have found myself, okay, you mean old man, Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. You are a liar, Professor Dumbledore! Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joel Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs, you do too, I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists feeling totally depressed and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Like a person? Okay. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in an equally sad way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then... Then, we jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Stop it now, you horny simpletons! Shouted Professor McGonagall, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker, I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I loved Draco, I shouted, and then I ran away angrily. Just then, he started to scream. Oh my fucking god, no, my scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. Still don't know what red whites are. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore! Wait, what? We literally already talked about this. Voldemort has in bondage. We literally already had this. Wait. Huh. Okay, let's just move on. Because we already... Yeah, Voldemort has him bondage. Okay, that's... Like, she literally just reused a cliffhanger, but that's cool. Chapter 13. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco! We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't! We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. It's okay, I tried to tell him. But that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out, just as we heard a what voice say? Alakadabra! It was Voldemort! Chapter 14. There's a warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Viewer excretion advised. Okay. Anyone that's easily scared, you better get the fuck out. You better dip right now. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there, crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. "Rid my sight, you despicable preps!" he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then, suddenly, he looked at me and fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. What? "Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me?" he said. "Huh?" I asked. "Enobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me?" asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. "What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard," I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. "No!" he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. "Snaketail, what art thou doing?" called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us, so we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. Then I started crying. "What's wrong, honey?" asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack and a really huge you-know-what and everything. "It's so unfair," I yielded. "Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in preps here except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything." "Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts," answered Draco. "Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful?" I shouted angrily. "I'm too good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse!" I shouted, and then I ran away. I hope she recovers from this. I hope she recovers. This really seems like a difficult time for her, and I really feel for her. I do. Is Snaketail Wormtail but gothier? I don't even know. I don't even know who the fuck this is supposed to be. Chapter 15. We're making great progress. "Ebony, Ebony," shouted Draco sadly. "No, please come back." But I was too mad. "Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire," I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Why do all the things she has, like, have pictures of goth men on them? Is that normal? I don't know, whatever. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and... Okay, you're getting a little too repetitive here. I drank the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short-ripped black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood-red letters and was all ripped in a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them. Huh? With blood-red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco. "Enobi, I love you," he shouted sadly. "I don't care what... do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to... unalive all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you." Then he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now at them. I love you, I said. And then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff, I fucking hate that bitch, and CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. Chapter 16. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There, we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I know that we were the only true ones for each other. Huh? I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we stated moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. WTF, Draco! I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR and you know how much I like them. Wait, what? What is happening? What is happening? Wait, what the fuck? Wait. What just happened? Wait. Wait. Did they like get... Wait. I think there was like a time skip or something. I have no idea what's happening. So, what? Cause he gadgeted uncomfortably cause guys don't like to talk about a you-know-what. What is happening? Yeah, cause I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. OMFG, WTF, are you giving in to the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Inobi, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said, and we Frenched for a while and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were all feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii. Bloody Mary shook her head energetically, lethargically? Oh yeah, I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac? Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Huh? You talk to each other in silence? Are you sure? Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR. Oh, wait, did she like copy-paste it incorrectly? Because I think we just went out of order. I need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun, I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I just found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Brahms. Brahms? Store loyalty, what are you, a prep? Oh my god, I hate this. OMFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Oh, sorry. OMFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for a Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG, hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and a very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you for free, cause you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name's Ebandi Darkness Dementia Taraway. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebandi, you need to get back into the castle now! What a cliffhanger there. What is happening? What is happening? Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hargrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hargrid, I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hargrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Wait, didn't Willow die? Wait, I thought Bloody Mary killed Willow. Did I hallucinate that? Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be, I'm not gonna say that. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they both thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash, Navel converted to Satanism, and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz that his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. What? Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came? It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shooted angstily. Inobi, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Why did you give Inobi your only gun? Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black bread. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore! Chapter 18. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. What? Oh, school. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had you-know-what to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you could see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF! I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Shraloot t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs in black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello everybody, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. Huh? What a fucking poser! Draco shouted angrily as we went to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way, but I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. I would be too. If my headmaster was a preppy poser. Chapter 19. This one has a title. It's titled, I'm Not Okay, I Promise. All day, we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, the MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Sensitive bi guys are so hot. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Boulevard of Borkin Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Going Under. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily. Cring. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and whipped as my bloaty eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces, like Benji in the video for Girls and Boys. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. The typos are getting worse. The typos have to be on purpose. There's no way that you misspell faces as feces. There's no way. Suddenly, Hargrid came. He had appurated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. WTF do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore.
Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert?
You know who MCR are, I gasped.
No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you.
Why does he know that? It's hard to be sure due to all the really defensive author's notes that plaster every chapter. But the thing is, like, the way that she writes in the author's note and the way that she writes in the actual fanfiction makes me think that it's all just one big joke. I really, really hope it's all one big joke. I really hope so. But who's to say? Who's to say? What's sad, we're skipping all the... Yeah, I have to skip them because, they are a little much, but if you want to read them on your own time, please do. Some of the word substitution seems a bit too funny to be accidental. Exactly. Like, saw the video and masticated to it. I can't. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to do the concert again, since Volksamort had taken over the last one. I, did the usual thing while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang You for the Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly, I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin! I'm gonna skip this line. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. No, actually, can I please borrow some condemns? Not condoms, condemns. He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can... What the fuck? I'm just gonna skip all of this. What the hell? Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I gasped! Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it! And Dobby was watching! Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot! They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit, Snake began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now, next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire, looking extremely fucking hot. WTF, where's Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me? To the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Inobi on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexa, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. Dogfather makes sense with Sirius. Wait, you're so right. You're so right. It actually makes sense. Hang on. How did she hear crying in a venue, in a music venue? That doesn't seem very possible. Anyway, chapter 21. Later, we all went in the skull, which is just school, but she thinks it's cool to misspell it. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He stated to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Inobi, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come home, he began to cry. Oh, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch, Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because now we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I guess so, Draco weeped. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Huh? Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid on the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up, and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. What is Fug? I don't know what that one is. I don't know Fug. Chapter 22. We're halfway through, brothers. It's really not that bad. Yeah, I think it's the Ministry of Magic, but who is Fug? Alright, chapter 22. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black, lacy leather pajamas. Leather pajamas?! Oh, Fug is Cornelius Fudge. Holy shit. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Wait, how did you know that they were there before you opened your eyes? Okay. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed off all her cleavage with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness was there too. Who is Darkness? She was wearing a ripped gothic black dress with rip stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab and Goyle's dad, was a vampire. Alright, I'm skipping that part too. This is so fucked up. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here?
Anobi, something is really fucked up, Draco said.
Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily.
It's alright. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice.
Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me while you're being all erective.
I will, he said.
So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the Great Hall and looked in from a widow. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. Hang on, the Bark Lord? You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students.
Very well, Dumbledore said angrily, but we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is... Drumroll. Enoni Darkness Dementia Raven Way.
It's a new typo! It's a new typo! It's Enoni! Oh my god. Enoni. She's the one to save us all, isn't she? Alright, chapter 23. The door opened, and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then, Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her.
Oops, she made a mistake. She means hi, everybody. Come in.
Wait, why am I Mr. Way? Why is Enoni Mr. Way? Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Vil Volo. I don't know what that is. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire! He and Draco were shooting at each other. Vampire, Draco, WTF, I asked.
You fucking bastard, yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her.
No, I do, he shouted.
No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco.
No, fuck you, motherfucker. She loves me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. No, not in that way, you perv. They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose, in case you didn't, catch it the first time, and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort. Ebony, Darth Vader said in his raspy voice. Wait, Darth Vader? Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please, I begged.
No, he laughed crudely. Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway! Then he flew away, cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash, and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. No! I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, are you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Everything's alright, Inobi, said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring too? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch, I said sadly, and then we laughed. Okay, bitch. Oh my god. Chapter 24. Alright, let me drink some water. We're at halftime. I need water. This is so fucking bad. Alright. Halftime. A little more than halftime. Chapter 24. Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trevelry about the visions. Konnichiwa, everybody! Come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today, she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long, gothic, black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. Who the fuck? I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what Hot Topic was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now? She asked. Okay, I said. Okay, class fucking dismissed, everyone. What? Professor Trevelry said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise 1 on page 3. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black crypto ball to lock in. I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. I said, I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather face facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. You cannot! Okay. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited. Chapter 25. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelry say? Whispered Draco, putting his gothic white hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the vision meant tomorrow, I grumbled in a sexy voice. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. And all the things that you never ever told me and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, sang Gerard's sexy voice. I don't know these songs, I'm sorry. We started tiling off each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and black leather bar. I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tool, sexily. OMFG, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm.
We stated Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. If you suddenly fell asleep, it probably wasn't that good, sis. Holy shit. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us, they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No, oh my fucking god, I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lincoln Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius! These people have not been a part of this story at all. Am I supposed to be like emotionally attached to them? Oh no, Lucian and Sirius. Oh, the dog father. Wait. Yeah. Draco's father and Vampire's dog father. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get the family tree a little bit. Linkin Park themed Motorola Racer. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, chapter 26. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Shrayload t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to confront me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we wiped some tears from his white face. And Obi had a vision in a dream. Double Odor started to cockle. Ha ha ha, and how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? This is incomprehensible. This doesn't make any fucking sense. I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Sirius and Lucian. Pronto. It's pronto, but it's spelled pornto. Okay, he said in an intimidated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longden, I said. Longden. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, depressed eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them! Is this a fanfic novel? No, it's an unreleased Harry Potter book. Yeah, I'm not decisional either. It's a big problem. I got this decision making issues, so I mean, I feel her. I feel her. Chapter 27. This one's got a title. Vampires will never hurt you. Everyone in the room stated to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius, and Bond Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Enobi, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, and fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you the fucking perdition. What's a perdition? I locked at Lucian, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. What? She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see Drac times are near, she said badly. She peered into the balls. You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his hearth broken. How do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow, and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did Death's touch sign. I don't know what that is. I went outside again, sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Boldy Mary. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the HIM sign on their hands. Despite not actually having heard of him. I don't know who HIM is either. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Chapter 28. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marlon Mason all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down in one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, putting his albastard hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine, sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him.
It's okay, Bobby, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you?
Of course not, I gasped.
Really? He asked.
Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Vampire's kind of a cuck.
Let's be real for a second. He is third wheeling all the time. Hang on. Then I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Inobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes. Then we were in the ride of our life. We started fretching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively, we did it. I love you, Ibobi. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire, filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was, drumroll, Snope and Professor McGonagall. Chapter 29. Oh my Satan, we screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGonagall started to shoot at us angrily. Come now, Preacher McGonagall yielded. We did guiltily. We left the room, putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. The what? Oh, the camera. Sorry, the caramel. Yeah, okay. Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you gonna do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longingly with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mangos.
What is Saint Mangoes?
So give back the camera. Ha ha ha, the mystery of Mojic thinks he's crazy. There's no way they'll believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. What? What is Saint Mangoes? Yes, so shut your mouth, you insolent fools, yelled Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative. I started to cry tears of blood. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then, he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crocio, I shouted. Snap started to scram. He dropped the gun, but it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballots. I stopped the curse. Professor McGoogle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, "Okay, Cerberus, I'm going to go now." She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. "It's okay, Anobi," said Draco. "Evergreen will be all right. Remember the Sidio you took of Snake?" Snape laughed again. And then he took out some whips. Someone had to bring the weed for this one. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But we're at chapter 30. Saint Mango, yes, a freaky mango. Thank you for your service. Okay. Chapter 30. No, we screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera anvilly. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and knit a candle. "What the fuck are you doing?" I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. Where is this going? I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He got a tattoo? Down there? He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. Oh my god! "You must stab Vrompire," he said to me. "If you don't, then I'll... Draco!" "No, you fucking bastard," I yielded. But then, Draco looked at me sadly with his evil, gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then, I looked at Vampire, and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed, and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came, and the time where Draco almost committed suicide and Vampire was so supportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Volxamort. He started to do an incapacitation, dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. Okay, Yoda. I closed my eyes, and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic massage to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. "Dumbledore will get you," Draco shooted. "Yeah, just wait until the mystery find out," Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. "You ridiculous donderhead," Snoop yelled. He took off all Draco's clothes. Just as he was about to him, "Crocio," I shitted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. "You thunderhead, I'm going to kill," shooted Snape, but suddenly, Cerberus came. Wait, what? Cerberus and Snape are the same person. Are they not? Did I miss something? Snake put the whip behind his back. "Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something," he lied. But suddenly, Lucian and Professor Trevelry came into the room, and they and Sirius, oh, they meant Sirius, okay, locked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trevelry said, "Come on, Ebony. Let's go. Cerberus? No, not Fluffy. They meant serious. Chapter 31. I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitch, Sirius said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something, Snap clammed. Oh, fucking yeah? I took some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Cerberus. You need to get your name straight right now. He made Snap drink it. He did, angrily. Then Lucius took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucian made us get out with them while Snape told his secrets. Lucian took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me 1,000,000 times. Professor Trevelry took me to a dark room. Now, I was going to go back in time and seduce Voldemort. Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. Hang on! I thought Bloody Mary was Hermione. Or was she kidnapped as a child? I thought they were the same person. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused about the lore because Willow died, like Bloody Mary killed her when she got expelled, but then Willow came back. So I'm a little confused, but okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Trevelry. You will see, she said. I opened the bag. In it was a sexy, tight, low-smut black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff, and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Thanks, I said. Okay, so now you're going to go back in time, said Professor Sinister. You will have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a black gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets like in Resident Evil. Then she gave me a black time tuner. After an hour, use the time turner to go back here, Professor Trevelry said. Then she and Bloody Mary put a pensive in front of me. Everyone went in front of it. What's a pensive? Good luck, everyone shooted. Darkest and Willow gave me Death's Touch Sin. Death's Touch Sign? I still don't know what that is. Then I jumped sexily into the pensive. Suddenly, I was in front of Test School. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I had ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kinda like Mikey Way, only black. He had gren eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale white skin. He was wearing a black ripped up suit with bands. It was Tom Bombadil! What the fuck? Who the fuck is Tom Bombadil? Wait. Tom Bombadil? Oh my god, he's from Lord of the Rings! It's the crossover! It's the fucking crossover! What the hell? Alright. We're just gonna keep going. Oh my god. Oh, and then the author's note said, no, his name isn't Tom Bodil. That was a mistake. Oh, she wrote it wrong initially. Okay. Hi, I said flirtily. Oh, this is chapter 32. Hi, I said flirtily. I'm N.O.B. Way, the new student. I shook my pale hands with their black nail polish with him. The name's Tom, he said, but you can call me Satan. That's my middle name. We shook hands. Well, come on, we have to go upstairs, Satan said. I followed him. Hey, Satan, do you happen to be a fan of Green Day? Since MCR and Evanescence don't exist yet then, I asked. Oh my fucking god, how did you know? Satan gasped. Actually, I like GC a lot too. OMG, me too, I replied happily. Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade. Satan whispered. Hogsmeade? I asked. Yeah, that's what they used to call it in these times before it became Hogsmeade in 2000. And there's a really cool shop called Hot Topic, I finished, happy again. He frowned confusedly. No, it's called Hot Issue, he smiled secretively again. Then, in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic, he moaned. Oh, now everything was making sense for me. So, is Dumbledore your principal? I shouted. Uh-huh. He looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. OMFG, me too, I shrieked at it. You go to this school? He asked. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm new, I smelled happily. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily. No talking in the halls! He had short blonde hair and was wearing a polo shirt from American Ogle Outfitters. Stupid goths! Satan rolled his eyes. He's so mean to us goths and punks just because we're in Slytherin and we're not preps. I turned around angrily. Actually, I think it's maybe because you're the Dark Lord. What the fuck? He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then, suddenly, the floor opened. OMFG, no! I screamed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked as I fell. I got out of the hole, and it was back in the pensive in Professor Trevelry's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I just met you, I said. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, what the fuck, Enobi? What the hell are you doing? I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What the heck, how? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second, but she's a goth, so it's okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort serum. She started to cry black tears of depression. Dumbledore didn't know about them. Hey, are you crying tears of blood? He asked curiously, touching a tear. Fuck off, we both said, and Dumbledore took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limpid tears. OMFG, Enobi. I think I'm addicted to Voldemort serum. What is this side plot? What is this side plot? She's addicted to Voldemort. Wait, but why did we get pulled? Why? What's happening? It's always about the goths and never the Gauls or the Picts or anyone else. It's specifically goths, like G-O-F-Fs. That's how they like to spell it in this. Are you not gothic enough to know? I hate this. I hate this. We're almost done. Chapter 33. Oh my fucking god, I shooted sadly. Should we get you to St. Manga's, bitch? Hell no, she said. Listen, Igogi. What? Oh, listen, Igogi. I need your help. Next time you go back in time, do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He was wearing a big black GC t-shirt, which was his Panamas. Hey, sexy, I said. How'd it go, Enobi? He asked, and his voice was so sexy and low, kind of like Gerard Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We started to go back into the dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealously. Not too far, LOL, I borked. I'm sorry, wait, hang on, let me... Will you have to do it with him? Draco asked angstily. I hope not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shooting at him. I said sorry. We Frenched. What happened to Snipe? I growled. You will see, Draco giggled mistressly. He opened a door. Snap and Lumpkin was there. Sirius was pokering them by staging them with a black knife. No, please, Lumpkin begged as Sirius started to suck his blood.
I laughed statistically. I took some photons of him and Snap being torqued. What? We took some of Snipe's blood, then Draco, and I went, Snipe's blood. Then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my gothic black coffin. My clothes were kind of dirty, so I put on a black leather outfit thingy, kind of like the one Suilene has in Underworld. I don't know what that is. I put on some black platform high heels. Darko put on Desolation Livers by MCR. Then we started to take off each other's clothes. I took off his shit, and he had a six-pack, LOLs. We started to mac out like in The Grudge. He pot his wetness in my you-know-what sexily. I got an orgy. Oh, Draco, oh me fucking good Draco, I screamed passively as he got an eructation. I love you, Teabori, he whispered sexily, and then we fell asleep, LOL. Okay. Okay, we're doing... Okay. Okay, I guess. I don't know. Alright, chapter 34. I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on a black, tight sexa dress that was all ripped at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. There was a slit in the dress, like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I put on ripped black fishnets and black Stilton boots. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I opened it. Hi, Ibony, he said. Guess what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco or maybe listen to MCR or Evanescence. I came anyway. So, what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sirius flirtily. Why are you trying to get with... Okay. I fucking tortured them, he answered in a statistic way. They are in Abkhazia now, LOL. I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampira? I muttered. They are excused from school today. Sodom Eyes moaned sexily. Huh? We're getting further and further away from the... Right now, they're watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. You guys already watched that. But okay. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic black dress that was all ripped all over it, kind of like the one Amy Lee wears in this pic. Okay. She was drinking some Voldemort serum. She took out the pensive and the time torner. And Nobi, you will have to do another session now. Also, you need to get me the cure before being addicted, she said sadly. Good luck. Thanks. And then I jumped into the pensive again. Suddenly I looked around. I was in the Great Hall eating Count Chorkula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall gothic man with long black hair, pale skin, and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He looked just like Charlin Manson. I noticed he was drinking a portent. Who's he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Slutborn, Satan said. What? He's the portents teacher. Ebony? Yeah, I asked. Did you know that Marilyn Mason is playing in Hogsmeade tonight? And they're showing The Exorcist at the movies before that. Hang on, you said it was called Hogsmeade until 2000. Why are you contradicting yourself right now? Yeah? Well, want to go to the contort and the movie with me? Charles Manson cameo. Oh, who the fuck is Charles Manson? Oh. Okay. Chapter 35. It's got a title. Ghost of You. Oh, he's also a singer? I see. I went into the conman room, thinking of Satan. Suddenly I gasped. Draco was there. I grasped. He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants, a black Lonkin Prack t-shirt, and black eyeliner. I think it just progressively gets worse. On purpose. I'm gonna try to correct some of the typos now because some of them genuinely are not understandable. Black Linkin Park t-shirt and black eyeliner. Draco, what the fuck are you dong? I gasped. Huh? He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucian. He still had 2 arms. Oh, hi, Lucian, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student, lol. We shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you, Lucian said. He pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys. They were sitting in a corner cutting. It was Sirius, Vampire's dad, and Snap. All of them were wearing black eyeliner and black Good Charlotte band shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys, he said. We're playing tonight at the Marilyn Mason show as backup. Oh, really? I asked. Yeah, he said. We're called X Black X Tier X. I play the guitar. Spartacus plays the drums, he said, pointing to him. Snap plays the bass. And James plays the guitar. Even though we call him, what? Samaro after Samara in the Rain. Okay. Okay, cool. Hey, bastards, I told them. They gave me the death touch sign. Still don't know what the death touch sign is. Suddenly, I gasped again. But don't you have a lead singer? I asked. Lucian looked down sadly. We used to, but she died. She attempted suicide by slitting her wrists. Oh my fucking god, that's so fucking sad, I gasped. It's okay, but we need a new lead singer, Samaro said. Well, I'm in a band myself. Really? Asked Snap. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we're called Bloody Gothic Rose 666. Do you want to hear me sing? Yeah, said everyone. So the guys took out their guitars. They began to play a song by Gurnday. Why do people keep slitting wrists? I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, I sang sexily. Everyone gasped. Inopbe, will you join the band, please? Begged Lucian, Samaro, Sirius, and Snap. Okay, I shrugged. Are we going to play tonight? Yeah, they said. Okay, I said, but I knew that I had to get a new outfit. I walked outside, wondering how I could go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Marty McFly? He was wearing a black band t-shirt and black baggy jeans. What the hell are you doing here? I asked. I will help you go forward in time, Inobi, he said seriously. Then he took out a black time machine, Tim machine. I went into it and suddenly I was forward in time. Sorry, Tim. Chapter 36. I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly, I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates, and Draco. Who the fuck is Socrates? Vampire and Willow were there too. OMFG, Sorius, I saw you and Samaro and Snip and everyone. I can't believe Snap used to be gothic. Yeah, I know, Sirius said sadly. Oh, hey there, bitch, Professor Trevelry said in an emo voice, drinking some Voldemort serum. Volxamort serum. Hi, fucker, I said. Listen, Satan asked me out to a gothic concert and a movie, so I need a new sexa outfit for the date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too. Oh my Satan, gasped Bloody Mary. Wanna go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit? OMFS, let's have a group... I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, we need some potions for Professor Trevelry so she won't be addicted to Voldemort serum anymore, and also some love potion for Inobi, Darko said resultantly. See, I would try to translate that, but I don't know what they're trying to say. Well, we have potions class now, Willow said, so let's go. We went sexily to potions class, but Snap wasn't there. Instead, there was Cornelio Fuck! Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. STFU, shooted Cornelia Fuck. He is in Azkaban now with Snip and Lupin. He is old and weak and he has cancer. Now do your work.
My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vampire asked surprisedly. That's it! Cornelio fuck-shooted angrily. I'm getting Professor Bridge! He stomped out angrily. My friends and I began talking again. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Suddenly, I saw Hargrid in the cupboard. What the fuck is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner and he looked sexier than ever. Suddenly, Hargriff, what the fuck are you doing? He shooted. I looked around. Hargrid was putting something in my glass of blood. Darko and Vampire started to beat him up sexily. God, you're such a poser, I shooted at Hargrid. Suddenly, I looked at what he was putting in the blood. It was amnesia portion! Dun dun dun! Okay. Oh, so now, this is from Darko's point of view. Okay. We're finally getting a little bit of an official POV switch. Okay, in chapter 37, that's so, we're already in so far. Okay. Darko's point of view. Sorry, Darko's pont of view. Vampire and I chained Hargrid to the floor. Oh my fucking Satan, Inobi said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster. But you're so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would you need it? To make everything go faster, LOL, said Inobi. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? I asked jealously. OMFG, you guys are so scary, said Brittany, a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, said Willow. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to Professor Trevelry's room. Draco, Ebery, and I went to Professor Siniatter's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi, fuckers, he said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back, black Stilton boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset. OMG, thanks, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I took the clothes in the bag. Wait, we're back to Eboby's perspective. Okay, well, you're not like making it very clear when, if I had your fan fiction in a creative writing class critique circle, I would have a lot to say. Where was I? Oh, okay. Professor Sinister isn't here. What the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan! I screamed as I read it. On it said, everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is an Azkabian now. Classes shall be taught by Dubledork, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Rumbridge. OMFG, I shouted angrily. How could they do that? Suddenly, Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office? He began to shoot angrily. Suddenly, I saw Morty McFly's black time machine. I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in Tim. I looked around. It was Professor Slutborn's office. I sneaked around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood-red pentagrams in it. It was the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn! OMG, what are you doing, fucker? He shooted angrily. I don't know. What the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Oh, sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class. Wait, what? I said, finally hoping he couldn't see the potion. Wait. Hang on. She literally changed it to a second person perspective. Now, it's literally you are Eboby, Enoni. So, it literally says, you said, finally hoping he couldn't see the potion in your pocket. Oh, you can go now, said Professor Slutborn. You went to the common room after putting on my clothes. Wait, okay, hang on. They use you for like 3 times and then it goes back to my.
Silas, Samaro, Snap, and Snap were there, practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming, said Sirius. By the way, you can call me Hades now. Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson, black Congress shoes, a Slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said. And then I went with Satan. They literally wrote in second person for like 3 lines and then switched mid-sentence. Oh, I'll never understand the inner machinations of this person's mind. All right, chapter 38. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate said 666, just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively. Stan started to drive it. We talked about Satanism. Lols, he was named after Satan. Cutting, music, and being gothic. Oh my Satan, Gerard is so fucking hot. Volksamort agreed as we smoked some weed. Cause bi guys are hot. They're so sensitive. I love them. Lol, goes fucks a bi guy. What the fuck? Oh my god. LOL, I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena, I said in a flirty voice. Hey Satan, do you know the cure for when people are addicted to Volksamort Serum? Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, Volksamort parked the car behind a black movie theater. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie tether and they were showing The Exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer came, LOL. Satan and I laughed at the blood, cause we're sadists. While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic black Nightmare Before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket. Cigar? What? And put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his black Emile the Strange bag. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them started to fly around everywhere. OMG, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped because I was afraid he'd noticed. Inobi, guess what? I knew that the amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work, he said. Too bad, because I wanted to use some on you. Cool. I raised my eyes suggestingly. And then he took off my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I took off his shit. He had 6-pack, just like Gerard Way. We Frenched. Excuse me, but you are going to have to leave, shooted the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck you, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, sucking all her blood. No, she screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else crapped because Satan and I looked so cute together. Satan and I started to walk outside. ZOMG, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went into the car. Seriously? He gasped. Yeah, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Satan started to drive the car. I smiled happily. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think? Yeah, I said as we kissed passively. Hang on, he's driving! You can't... Satan parked in a black driveway next to the place where Draco and I had watched GC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh, LOL. Anti-people, now you've gone too far, Jesus Christ Superstar, screamed Marlon on the stage. We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmexe. He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes and he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm. Suddenly, Marilyn Mason stopped singing. I would like to present X Black X Tier X, he said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instruments. I got on stage. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say, I sang. My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Gerard Way. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eructation. I'm not okay, I sang finally. Suddenly, Lucian started playing the wrong song by mistake. OMFG, yelled James. What the fuck? Whoops, I'm sorry, said Lucian. You fucking asshole, James shouted angrily. You guys are such preps, Snap said. Come on, it was a mistake. Yeah, it's not his fault, said Sirius. No, he ruined the fucking song, yelled Samaro. You guys, stop, I shouted angrily, but I was too late.
They all began to fight. Suddenly, Samaro took out his knife. "OMFG, no!" shouted Lucian, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm. And then, I jumped sexily in front of the bullet. "No!" yelled everyone, but it was too late. Everything went black. Okay. So it looks like the rest of this, wait. Why is there like a, oh, okay. The rest of it is picked up by someone else. Like the original writer, I think, is gone, like just done. And so the last 5 chapters are written by someone else who took up the mantle. It got hacked? That's so sad. I hope that that's so sad. Wait. Oh my god. What a cliffhanger. Okay. We'll read the last 5 chapters, but I'm a little disappointed. I've literally never read this far before. I think the farthest I've ever read was Hargrid being like, I may be a, wait, what was it? Like, I may be a Gryffindor, but I'm also a Satanist. But yeah, let's finish this up. Okay, so it literally says, I do not own the HP series, and I'm not the real Bloody Wrist 666. I'm an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl, I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's passy for fun. I don't know what passy is. Oh, passy, password. And it took less than 8 minutes to do it too. And probably will get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve because I'm being a troll right now. And I present to you my crappy part in this story. And take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead skip over to skim chapter 38. Okay. I, the American retail-wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me. "No, don't die!" I gave him a rueful smile. "I'm sorry. It's something I had to do to fulfill my duty as the noble Gothic Mary Sue." Satan sobbed. "I love you, Ebony." "I love you too. I'll see you in hell," I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black. Bloody Mary Smith suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when she realized the room was oddly quiet, but at the sight of Ebony's lifeless body, she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGoogle, and every single Gothic person she could think of. Suddenly, a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. When everyone realized what was happening, they rushed over to try to rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sue became nothing more than a pile of ashes. The writing is too good. The typos are gone. I'm uncomfortable. It's too easy to read now. I'm uncomfortable. A loud resounding of everyone bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes then started to bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was all over, things changed. All of the silly goth clothes dropped from everyone's bodies, and in their place, clothes the characters would normally wear in canon appeared on their bodies. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the Gothic power, everybody cheered. Everyone started singing Ding Dong, the Sue is dead,
Well, that is until all the HP characters realized the true implications of becoming more canon-like again. All the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started dueling. On the left side of the two, the battle of the light side and dark side were reaching a climax. And, because the replacement author also likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. As they should! They had something there. They had something there. And I believe it. I ship that. I think it's the same writer acting through a different author fest. Yeah, I could see that too. I could see that too. Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation. A situation that would live on for all eternity. Or at least until the end of fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked down over her pale body and frowned. "Where are my emo clothes?" she asked herself in confusion. And then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on the right or left, I can't remember side. Below that, she was wearing a little denim miniskirt with the destroyed look on it. Paired underneath that skirt were leggings with a little moose at the bottom. And then Ebony realized on her shoulder she was carrying a pretty bag with an eagle on it that said, "Live your life," written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. Here she was, decked out in clothes, prepped to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie & Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it, there was another Hollister polo underneath. Ebony frowned and looked under her shirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. Dare I point out it's from the Aerie line, available at American Eagle. Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration, there was yet another polo to replace it. "This is illogical and does not make any sense!" Ebony bellowed out to the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement. How hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony slits her wrists and mumbled to herself, "Oh my god." Okay. Well, that was the hackers version, but then they said, "Oh yeah, if you want to see the original content this chick had planned for this chapter, I accessed it through the document manager thingy, which I copied and pasted so you can read it here." So this is probably all just one big ruse. If we're being completely honest, it's probably just one big ruse, but I'll take it anyway because I'm having fun. So let's rewind a little bit. This is before all of that weird cremation thing. All right. I woke up in the nurse's office on a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me in a coma because Vampire and Draco had beat him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. "Oh my Satan, what happened?" I screamed. Suddenly, Voldemort came. He looked less mean than usual. "Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard," I yielded. "Thou hast not killed Vampire yet," he said angrily. Suddenly, he started to cry tears of blood, all selective. "Voldemort? OMFG, what's wrong?" I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Voldemort disappeared. "OMFG, Anobi, you're alive!" screamed Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. "What the fuck happened?" I asked them. "Oh my Satan, am I like dead now?" I gasped. "Anobi, you were almost shot," said Sirius, "but the bullet could not kill you since you were from another time." "But thanks anyway," said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. "OMG, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you," I gasped. "Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then," said James. "What? Snap was possessed by Snap?" I don't know what's happening. "Yeah, he was a spy," Sirius said sadly. "He really was a death dealer." "And he was such a fucking poser too," said Lucian. "He didn't even really know who GC were until I told him." Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666s on it when I gasped. Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated goths. "Hey, has anyone fucking seen Draco?" I asked gothically. "No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax?" Wait, what? What is Hose of Wax? Wait, oh fuck. Wait, hang on. I just lost my place. I lost my place. I need to go back. Hose of Wax? House of Wax? I have no idea. He doesn't know that you're better. Anyway, the nurse said you could get up. Come on. I got up suicidally. Lucian, Sirius, and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather nightgown. Under that, I had on a sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace, with a matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt, and sexy fishnets that kind hooked onto my thong. I put on a black fishnet top under a black MCR t-shirt, a black leather mini with black lace and Congress shoes. I left the hospital's wings with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire. OMFG, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see House of Wax with Draco. What is House of Wax? Let's go listen to GC and cut ourselves, said Hermione. We opened the common room door sexily, and then I gasped. No! Draco was there doing it with Snap. He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. Is that really your priority right now? Your boyfriend is fucking a professor. You fucking prep, we all yielded angrily. Yeah, you betrayed us, shouted Vampire angrily as he took out his black gun. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly as he took his thingy out of Snake's. No shit, you fucking suck, you preppy bastard, said Willow, trying to attack him. I ran suicidally to my room. I sexily took a stakeout. Enobi, no, screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had slit my wrists with it. Suddenly, everything went black again. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. I'm suffering. I'm suffering. When I woke up, this is chapter 41, by the way. When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when I performed with X Black X Tier X. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marilyn Manson. There was also a gothic black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. On it said 1980. OMFG, I'm back in Tim again, I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan, this is actually Voldemort. Wait. Suddenly, Satan. Actually, that is the full sentence. And then in parentheses, it says, this is actually Voldemort for photo reference. Suddenly, Satan. Ami, hey, hey, welcome. I'm sorry for everything. Don't stay here. Don't be, this was like the worst possible stream you could have raided into. You've hopped in. I would highly recommend you hop away. Plop, 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 be appreciated. No, 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 we're not falling asleep to this stream. Please, 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 please. Okay. We're almost done, by the way. We're almost done with our dramatic reading of My Immortal, the most fan fiction to ever live. I'll try to keep it as clean as possible. Best scene so far? That's a great question. That's a great question. I think my favorite scene so far was you go out, they went out into the hallway, and two of the professors were just doing it in the hallway while Dobby was watching.
Mommy, I love you, but I value your innocence. I think you need to chill. I think you need to not have this taint your life. Okay, so we're back in Tim again. Voldemort was wearing a black leather Jackson, black tight jeans and fishnet pants. He looked so sexa, I almost had an orgy. OMFG, Anobi, are you okay? He asked gothically. Yeah, I'm okay for your information, I snapped sexily. OMG, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of a bullet from James's gun. I also remembered seeing Draco doing it with Snap! I guessed that when I had slit my wrists, I had went back in time instead of dying. Sorry, back in Tim instead of dying. I know I could go forward in time if I found a time toner or the Tim machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face. Huh? You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. Harry wasn't born yet. I know that the real reason I didn't die from the bullet was because I was from the future. WTF! James almost shot Lucius, I said. Indigoally? I actually don't know what she was trying to say there. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress, Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucian. Also, I know that Lucian would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears and he was wearing gothic black eyeliner, a black Green Day t-shirt. It showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s. Black Congress shoes and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexily like Gerard Way in the video for I Don't 3 You Like I Did Yesterday? Oh, Love You Like I Did Yesterday. And you could see a black tear on his face like the woman in that video. Hey, he said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily because I did not know him. This is Hedwig, said Volksamort. He used to be an ex-black X-tier X too, but he had dropped out because he broke his arm. Hey Hedwig, I said seductively, even though I was not trying to be. LOL, hi Inobi, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know that's not 80s, but pretend it is, okay? Okay. Bye, I said all sexily. That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. OMFG, I can get you two back together, I said, fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black... Cute is what we aim for video iPod that I could take videos with? What? Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm gonna show you two something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucian, James, Sirius, and Snake were all in the Great Hall. Lucian wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, he shooted at him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro, Snape agreed, but I know he was lying because it had been his fault James had almost shot Lucian. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. My plan was working out great. Now I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die. And okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out, I said, and I started to film them with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. We watched as they started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, Snake, and Lucian all watched, because they were probably bi. I know Snape was bi. Oh my fucking god! Voldemort! Screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort's. But suddenly, everything stopped as the door opened and in came! Drumroll. It's always someone! Dumbledore and Mr. Norris! Oh my god. Okay.
Chapter 42. I sat depressedly in Dumbledore's office with Hedwig, Satan, James, Sirius, Snap, and Lucian. Dumbledore was sitting in front of us cruelly. He looked more young than he did in the future. He had taken the iPod away and was now listening to a shitty Avril Lavigne song. "What the hell is this anyway?" he cackled meanly. I hoped he didn't find out that I was from another time. "Whatever you do, don't blame Ebony, you jerk," Satan said. "Yeah, seriously. She was trying to get Satan and Hedwig back together," Sirius said deviantly. "Be quiet, you Satanists," Dumbledore cackled. If you're lucky, I'll probably send you all to Akazaban. That will teach you to copulate in the Great Hall." He changed the song on the iPad to an NSYNC song. Suddenly, I noticed something about the iPod. It was slowly changing. Dumbledore didn't notice. "You fucking poser," I muttered. "I bet you've never heard of GC," James said. No, now I knew what the iPod was changing into. "Marty McFly's time machine! Tim machine!" "Shut up, Jones!" Draco's dad shouted. "Yeah, shut up!" Snake said preppily. "No, you shut up, Dumbledore," said Tom. "I've had enough of you Satanists in my school," shouted Dumbledore spuriously. Suddenly, I grabbed the iPod from him. "Everyone, jump in before it's too late!" I jumped into it, but only one other person jumped in. It was Satan. "You dunderheads!" screamed Dumbledore wisely as we went. I looked around. I was in the Slytherin common room with Satan. I was wearing a black plaid miniskirt with hot pink fishnets, a sexy black MCR corset, and black stiletto boots with pink pentagrams on them. My earrings were black Satanist sins, and my raven hair was all around me to my mid-back. "Hey, cool, where is this?" he asked in an emo voice. "This is the future. Dumbledore's iPod that he tried to take away from me was really also a Tim machine," I told him. "Cool. What's an eye patch?" He whimpered. "It's something you use to listen to music," I yacked. "OMFG, cool. Wait, what's a 4-letter word for dirt?" he asked in his sexa voice. I guess sand?" I laid confusedly. "Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you were still the same person," he triumphantly giggled. "What?" Suddenly, some of my friends walked in. "OMFG, you're fucking alive," said Ginny, wearing a black leather jacket, black baggy pants, and a gothic black from first to last shirt. I explained to her why I was alive. This is our first time meeting Ginny. "Konnichiwa, bitch," said Willow. She was wearing a black corset showing off her boobs with lace all around it and red stripes on it. With it, she was wearing a black leather miniskirt, big black boots, white foundation, black eyeliner, red eyeshadow, and black lipstick. "Hey, motherfucker," said Diabolo with his red hair. He was wearing a black Panic at the Disco t-shirt and black baggy pants. "Hey, who's that, Ebony?" Bloody Mary questioned as she was walking in wearing a black t-shirt and a red pentagram on it, with lace at the bottom, red leather pants with black lace and black stilettos. "Oh, it's Satan," I told her, and she nodded, knowing the truth. Suddenly, Satan started to cry. "Are you okay, Satan?" we asked concernedly. "OMFG, you're from the future. What if you don't like me anymore because we're from different times?" he asked. "No, I still like you," I said sexily to him. "Okay," he said reassuredly. I let him listen to Teenagers by MCR on my iPod while I was about to go outside to find out some things. I gave Diabolo a signal to keep Satan occupied. Satan fell asleep. I took the iPod. I was about to walk outside. Professor Sinister ran in. She was wearing a gothic black mini dress with depressing black stripes, white and black stripped tights, and red Converse shoes. She was wearing lots of black eyeliner. "Oh my fucking god, where's Draco? How did Snapback get back here? I thought he was in Azerbaijan," I asked sadly. "Ebony, I was so worried about you, but I know you can't fucking die because you're a vampire. Snape came back because that girl Brittany freed him. I never liked her. She was a bad student," Trevelry said reassuredly. "That bitch! Did she also free Hagrid and Lupin?" I shouted angrily. I hated Brittany because she was a fucking prep. "Yes, they're on the loose at this school. Dumbledore is back. Cornelia is on his way to help everyone. Tell everyone you see to lock themselves in their common room," Trevelry said worriedly. "Okay, but where's Draco? How come he was doing it with Snap? I don't know why, but he almost tried to commit suicide after he saw you almost kill yourself. Ah! OMG, that's terrible, I gasped. Satan was still asleep, so he couldn't tell what was going on. Then I said, listen everyone, I have something important to do. In here, everyone stay. She's fucking Yoda sometimes, I swear to God. With that, I ran out. Good luck, Tara, everyone cried. Who's Tara? I ran sexily down the stairs into the Great Hall while the portraits around me looked at me scaredly. There was hardly anyone else on the stairs and there was an atmosphere of horror. On my way, I saw Brittany laughing on the stairs. She was wearing a slutty pink shirt with flowers on it, a blue jean skirt, Abercrombie, and pink stilettos. She looked just like a pentagram of those fucking preps, Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan. You fucking bitch, I shouted angrily. No, you're totally a bitch. Now Voldemort will totally kill you, she laughed. Crucius, I shouted selectively, pontificating my black wand, and she started screaming because she was being tortured, and I laughed sadistically. No, help me, please! Brittany screamed terrifiedly. I put up my middle finger at her. In her hand, I saw the video camera Snape and Lumpin had used to take the video of me. I put the tape of Voldemort doing it with Hedwig onto it. Then I continued to run down the stairs with the camera. When I had reached the Great Hall, I saw a vampire Potter. OMG, Vampira, I yielded. We hugged each other happily. He looked at me with his gothic red eyes and spiky black hair. Around them were black eyeliner and eyeshadow. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, leather pants, a Panic at the Disco concert shirt, and his black Congress shoes. He looked more like Joel from Good Charlotte than ever. I was so worried you died, moaned Vampire. I know, but I'm a vampire, lol. When I woke up, I was back in 1980, so anyway, I brought Voldemort from when he was young with me. Where's Draco? I asked spuriously. Draco? You mean that fucking poser who betrayed you? Vampire snarkled in anger with anger in his sexy voice. I know, but we have to find him, I said smartly. I'll do it then, Harry said angstily. Okay, I agreed. Suddenly, all the lights in the room went out. And then, the dork Mark appeared. Oh my fucking Satan! Harry shouted. I think Voldemort has arrived, I said anxiously. Fuck, I have to find Draco. I guess we should separate. Okay, Vampire said, disappearing. Sadly, I ran into the Great Hall. We have 2 more. Bear with me. The dork Mark is so scary, bro. The last time we saw the dork Mark was on Snape's you-know-what in the who-knows-where? Am I correct? So, does Voldemort also have it there, or what? Okay, chapter 43. I walked sexily into the Great Hall. It was empty except for one person. Draco was there. He sat in there, deadly bloom in his black 666 t-shirt and his baggy black pants. He had slit his wrists. I felt mad at him for having sex with Snape, but I felt sorry for him. He looked just like Gerard Way with his red eyes and his pale white face. Draco, are you okay? I asked. I'm not okay, he screamed depressedly. I thought of the MCR song and I got even more depressed because that song always makes me cry. I gave him a pot cigarette and he started to smoke it. Oh, Draco, why did you do it with that fucking bastard Snape? I asked tearfully. Draco began to say, but suddenly Lupin and Mr. Norris appeared into the room. They didn't see us. I'm so glad me and Snape were freed, said Lupin. Damn, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking students, Mr. Norris agreed. Pop battle 'em, I yelled, angrily pointing my wand at them. No! Lupin shouted as chains came on him. Mr. Norris ran away. You fucking perv, I said, laughing with depths of evil and depressedness in my voice. Now you have to tell us where Voldemort is or I'm going to torture you. I don't know where he is, said Lupin. Suddenly, Satan and Vampire ran into the room. Vampire didn't know who Satan was really. Oh my Satan, we were so worried about you guys, Vampire said. I looked sexily at Draco with his gothic red eyes with contacts, black t-shirt that said 666 on it, and pale skin like Gerard Way. Vampire with his sexy black hair and red eyes just like Frank Iero, and Satan, who looked just like Brandon Urie then. I selectively took the caramel from my pocket camera, and then
I began Frenching Draco sexily. Lupin gasped. Draco began to take all of his clothes off and I could see his white sex pack. Then Vampire took off his clothes too. We all began making out together sexily. I took off my black leather bra, my black lace thong, and the rest of my clothes. Everyone took their Glocks out except for me. I'm a girl, LOL. Oh my Satan Draco, I screamed as he put his hardness in my thingy. Then he did the same thing to Harry. I began making out with Satan and he joined in. OMS, cried Vampire. Oh, Vampire, Vampire, I screamed. Oh, Satan, yelled Harry in pleasure. Lupin watched in shock. We took turns doing torture curses on him because we're all sadists. Suddenly, a big black car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the windows. And Snap was in it! When did Harry appear? Harry is Vampire. Harry and Vampire are one. But that's the only part that I have down, I think. I'm sorry. I can't take those things seriously. I'm too immature. All right. We've reached the end. It's been a long ride. Who's Satan? It's young Voldemort from the past. Okay. Chapter 44. That's my car, shouted Draco angrily, but suddenly it was revealed who was in the car. It was Snape! I shall free you, Lupin, but first you must help me kill these idiotic dunderheads, he said cruelly from the car as it flew circumcising above us. Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway must be killed, then the Dork Lord shall never die. You fucking prep, yelled Draco. Then he looked at me sadly. I forgot to tell you, Ebony. Snape made me do it with him. I didn't really have sex him. We all put our clothes on quickly except Satan. We were so scarred, but Satan didn't change. Instead, he changed into a man with green eyes, no nose, a gray robe, and white skin. He changed into Voldemort! I knew who thou were all along, he cackled evilly and sarcastically at me. Now I shall kill thee all! Thunder came in the room. No, please don't kill us, pleaded Vampire. Suddenly, Willow, Bloody Mary, Diabolo, Ginny, Dracula, Fred and Gorge, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucian all ran in. What is the meaning of this? Dumbledore asked all angrily, and Voldemort looked away because Dumbledore is the only wizard he's scared of. He did a spell, and suddenly his broomstick came to him sexily. Voldemort flew above the roof evilly on his broomstick. Oh my goth! Slugborn gasped. Wait, Slutborn. The Dark Lord shall kill all of you. Then you must submit to him, Snape ejaculated menacingly. I thought it was the Dork Lord. You fucking preppy... can't say that word. Sirius shouted angrily. I know a 4-letter word for dirt. Cruciatus, screamed Harry, but the sparks from his wand only hit Draco's car. It fell down, Snap quickly crawled out of it and picked up the video camera. Oh my fucking god, I cried because the video of me in the bathroom, the video of me doing it with Draco, and the video of Satan doing it with... Wait, the fucking sentence just cut off. But you know where that was going. If you kill me, then these videos will be shown to everyone in the school. Then you can just be like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton. He laughed meanly. No, I screamed. FYI, I have the picture of you doing it with Lupin. What's she talking about? Lupin slurped as he sat in chains. I saw too. She's gonna show everyone the picture, Harry shouted angrily. Shut up, Lumpkin roared. Foolish ignoramuses, yielded Voldemort from his broomstick. Thou shalt all die soon. Think again, you fucking muggle poser, Harry yelled, and then he and Diablo and Navel both took out black guns, but Voldemort took out his own one. You guys are in a Latin standoff, I shouted desperately. Acco Neville's wand, cried Voldemort, and suddenly Neville's wand was in his hands. Now I shall kill thee all, and Ebony, you will die! He made lightning come all over the place. Save us, Ebony, Dumbledore cried. I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the common room and slit my wrists with my friends while we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 and do it with Draco, but I knew I had to do something more important. Abracadabra! That's it! Abracadabra, I shooted. That's it. It's over. That's the last line. I'm in physical pain. I don't. What is happening? What is happening? I'm really sorry. This was supposed to be a reward for you, but I think I just tortured you for like almost 3 hours. I'm really sorry. I don't think this was enjoyable for anyone. I am genuinely tearing up a little bit, but yeah. That was yes, good, great time. Let's never do that again. And let's just pretend this stream never happened. Okay? Let's just pretend it never happened. Does that sound good to you? Okay. I laughed often. I also laughed often, but I also feel pain. We should watch the movie now. There's a movie? Or are we talking like Harry Potter? You're the second Prism agent to read my Immortal. Wait, someone else did it? Can I guess? Was it Sada Senpai? I feel like Sada Senpai would do that. Oh my god. Okay. Let's close up shop here. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. And also, this mic is kind of heavy. I've been holding it this entire time, and I realized that it was a mistake like halfway through, but then I'm stubborn, so. Okay. Supas. Oh my god, I'm fucking green screened so poorly. Hang on. It's because I had to use the Schoost thing. The fancy Schoost thing, and I had to change the color. Okay, there we go. My goodness. Wearing the mic on your arm for real? Oh yeah, no, I have genuinely been holding it. Been holding it for almost 3 hours. I don't know why I did that. It was not the smartest decision, but thank you for all of the pity supas. Dwarfs with wolves, fangs, raven, fuck you flamers, you don't know quality. Thank you for the 2 Canadian. Yeah, if anyone didn't like that, they're actually just a fucking prep. A freaking mango, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Red Bernie, thank you so much for the 5 gifted mothers. Thank you. I will treat them very well. And Fizzle Pickle, welcome back to Tsubabies. How dirty do you feel? I feel real gross. I feel like tears streaming down my face. Just lots of confusion, lots of mental damage. But I think we all came out of this a little bit stronger. Envy, thank you for the $2. I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry to you, dog. Although I guess you had the option to tune out at any time. I kind of had to just power through it, huh? Tears of blood. Yes. I also cried tears of blood because I'm gothic. Goffik. Past Dark, I'm sorry for what I did to you. Yeah, honestly, you should be apologizing to your past selves. That makes a little more that makes a little more sense. Lamjing, welcome back to Tsubame. Congratulations on an amazing first ASMR. I laughed a lot, cried a lot, and I'm unbelievably tired. Oh my goodness, it's really late for you. Go to sleep. But welcome back to Tsubame for a whole month. Wowie. Wow. Immortal in Flames, thank you so much for the 2 Australian. Thanks, Cole. I hate it. TBH, it was fun though. It was fun, wasn't it? It was. A freaking mango, welcome back to Tsubuddies. SAO chapter 16.5 next. I don't know what that is. But now I'm curious. I tuned out because the psychic damage was too much, but then Ami raided back in. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry to anyone that came from Ami's raid and stayed. I don't know why you would. I literally warned you. I literally warned you to not be here. But I appreciate it. And I promise tomorrow's stream is going to be much less cursed. I'm building my first ever Lego kit. And I have never ever done like any Lego kits in the past. So I'm super excited. That's gonna be same time tomorrow, so like 6 p.m. PST, PDT. I don't even know if we're PDT PST anymore, just PT. PT makes everything easier, because you know what I mean. So it'll be a hand cam stream, and we will be building Lego. If you want to look at the thumbnail, you can probably already guess what it's gonna be. It's relevant to me, so it shouldn't be that hard to guess. But yeah, I'll see you then. Until then, I'm sorry, and I'll make it up to you for with real Android hands and nice father-son time tomorrow. Okay. In the meantime, please take care of yourself. Drink water, eat food, get some rest, and just treat yourself with kindness because you deserve it. Definitely do not read more bad fan fiction. It's just not worth it. Bye calls sexily. Yes. Good night, you fucking preps. Something Gerard way. All right. Broski love. Bye bye. Yeah, we should. I want a level, like I want a fanfiction of me, but written in that style. I wanna be self-inserted into Hogwarts, but like goth Hogwarts. Fangs for the memories. I'm dead. All right. Oh, and we're rating Yuta Senpai, by the way, who's starting stream in 10 minutes. If you've been sitting with us in this stream for like the entire 3 hours, then please go drink water. Please make sure that you are hydrating and doing all those good things. But then go watch Yuta Senpai play Cyberpunk, because I love Yuta Senpai and I would do anything for her. Okay. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.